It's a Tuesday, and we have
Cowboy.
You know it. Let's go.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
It's lunchtime. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunch with the Clydesdale. What a freaking day. I have two presentations I have to do this morning. That's why I've got the dress shirt on. Cowboy shows up on a Tuesday, so I'm thrown off, and he's telling me about people lying about their disabilities before we come on the air because I was completely out of pocket this morning.
I thought you wore that shirt just for me.
And to kick it all off, my furnace went out yesterday.
Oh, no.
And the technician isn't going to be able to make it out till tomorrow.
Oh, no.
So thank goodness it's warmed up a little bit here in Ohio, and we have a space heater in my living room. It's 69 degrees. That's doable. It's tolerable.
Nice.
But in my basement right now, I am froze.
Probably need a jacket to go with that dress shirt.
Probably. Should have went full like suit and tie.
Yeah, you'd have been better off. Formal, if you will.
Yeah. It's a black tie affair. Problem is I always feel like the brown shoe at the black tie affair.
I don't actually own a black tie. We went to a Mardi Gras ball a couple weeks ago, and I wore my tuxedo, but all of my bow ties are brightly colored. So,
well, I'm just impressed you have a tuxedo, dude.
Oh yeah, we bought one. I mean, my wife actually wears it. I bought one about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, when we had like two Mardi Gras balls to attend, and like we figured we're probably gonna have to do it again. And then, if we needed it for anything else, I'd just have it in the closet just in case.
I used to have one when I was a wedding DJ.
Nice.
But I'm not sure I could get my left leg into that one at this point.
Luckily, I bought mine and had it tailored while I was still fit. So, it's pretty much the same body type I have right now. Because otherwise, if I'd been having the same suit, like I know people that do, I've been having the same suit for like 15, 20 years. If I had a suit from 15 years ago, it would not fit now.
So I got to ask, because, Mardi Gras is a different animal in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
Is in anywhere else in the world.
That is correct.
So you say Mardi Gras ball, you went a couple weeks ago, but today is Mardi Gras, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we actually went to something called Tableau. So Tableau honors the people who were kings and queens and ladies, pages, whatever you want to call them, from last year, and then introduces the new ones from this year. And then there's a big party. Band, everybody brings their own music. Not their own music. Everybody brings food, their own liquor, whatever. Me and my wife don't really drink, so we weren't drinking. We just kind of hanging out because it's kind of fun to do, I guess. It's something to do to get out the house. We were out until 11:30 at night. Which, if you know me whatsoever, that is 3.5 hours past my bedtime.
Yeah. Party until dawn, basically.
Yeah, more or less. I'll put it like this, dude. I flew home Sunday. By the time the plane landed, got off, got in the Jeep, and got to the house, actually crawled into bed. It was 12:30. And that's never, ever, ever, ever happens.
Yeah. Kenneth DeLapp says, no King's Rally having a fit. And CrossFit, did you eat the cake or whatever? So I have had a king cake.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness I didn't find a baby.
Oh, there you go. Just means you got to buy the next one.
So So is it like in Louisiana, is it like a party for weeks leading up to Mardi Gras? Is it just like,
If you're in New Orleans, sure. If you are in the French Quarter, absolutely. Or if you're at the gas station, I was at this morning buying myself a couple of ghosts. There were people headed out this morning, 2 girls in there getting their little bottle of liquor about that big, literally in line in front of me, wearing, I guess,
well,
what you call Mardi Gras approved apparel.
well,
Like
today is Mardi Gras. Like I get it
today,
today.
100%. But
Like,
no, I mean, so where I live, I think Gonzales has 2 parades, maybe. And like one of them was weekend before last. I don't go.
so the big stuff is really just confined to French Quarter, New Orleans.
It depends on what you call big. Like Baton Rouge has some pretty wild parades. Spanish Town is kind of a big deal. The one that we went to a couple years ago, I mean, it finishes inside the River Center, which is also where the party's at. And I say finishes, like they drive the floats through the middle of the River Center. And then everybody comes in afterwards. That one's kind of a big deal. But yeah, I mean, Bacchus, Endymion, all of that good stuff is all downtown New Orleans, French Quarter area and whatnot. And that's where you get over 1 million people in a space that is not designed to hold over 1 million people. This past weekend is when it kind of culminates. Like that's when all the wild shit actually goes down. Today, actually, believe it or not, even though it's Mardi Gras Day, today is fairly calm. If you were to go down there right now and catch a parade, it's not like it was Saturday night or Friday night or even Sunday night.
So Sten says, isn't Fat Tuesday the end of Mardi Gras since Ash Wednesday kicks off Lent? So
Yeah.
Mardi Gras actually means Fat Tuesday.
Correct.
And Fat Tuesday was around because tomorrow's the day you have to start giving up stuff. So indulge as much as you can today.
Right.
So really today is supposed to be the day you let it loose, all the sins, all the indulgences, because tomorrow you go to Ash Wednesday and it's all forgiven.
Yeah, more or less.
It's the original kind of thought behind it.
More or less. Yeah, that's the original thought behind it. Absolutely.
And then New Orleans just made it like a party with beads and bright colors and glitter and
I would love if you've never been, it is something to see. I will say that. It is 100% something to see. It is not for me. It's too many people, too many drunks, too many, it's just too much. I've been down there on every day conceivable from like this past Friday. Because like I said, this past weekend is when shit really gets wild. The weekend before that, there's some cool parades and stuff like that too. But I've been downtown through all of it, and like just trying to keep track of the people that you are with is insane. It's absolutely wild if you're trying to like kind of negotiate your way through.
Kenneth taking a shot. Corey started working for the WFP or something. This is the most non-answer ever on this show.
I don't like Mardi Gras.
Most people from there don't. Last time I was there, it was like 2 weeks before Mardi Gras. And it was kicking. I wouldn't say it was like, because I am not a person that likes huge crowds and being jammed in. Like, I hate that. So I know Mardi Gras is not for me.
Negative.
Right. But 2 weeks before, and I was like in my mid-20s last time I was there. Like it was kicking. I was having fun.
Sure.
And it was all good. But if I would not have come back 2 weeks later to be like smushed. Yeah.
You can go like to the Metairie Parade. So Metairie is a suburb of New Orleans. Metairie parades are pretty cool. They're a lot more laid back. They still can get kind of wild depending on where you're at, but it's more of a family atmosphere. Thibodeau, by where I used to live, way better because same thing, right? There's pretty serious parades, relatively speaking, as far as size and people that are involved and whatnot, but it's more of a family atmosphere, right? So there's not necessarily as many drunks around and whatnot. Homa, same type deal. even Baton Rouge, depending on, again, on where you want to stand, that kind of goes out. I am lucky this year that I was in North Charleston, South Carolina, on the one day of the one parade that my wife, that we actually ended up going to because it passes in front of our aunt's house in Port Allen. I was trying not to die Sunday during one of those workouts.
Mark Phillips says, I grew up on the coast, got sick of it after a while. Yeah, everybody from there hates it. Like everybody I've talked to that's from there hates it. Father, my sons say 12 Our Fathers, 15 Hail Marys, and I absolve you of your debauchery starting tomorrow.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot of middle ground. People either absolutely love it and show up, just been doing it all their lives and that's their thing and whatnot, or they go to Disney World during Mardi Gras time. Like I could have flown to Disney this past weekend, and probably ran into people that I knew. It's a thing.
Yeah. CrossFit says Art District is greater than Bourbon.
Everything's greater than Bourbon.
Yeah. Like, is it Jefferson Square?
Jefferson Square is right around the corner. It's all French Quarter.
Yeah. But that's what I loved when I visited.
Oh, yeah. So that's where a lot of the street performers are. That's where a lot of
the artists doing charcoal stuff. And
Yep. You want to get a caricature of you and your wife. That's the place you want to go. You want to watch people do magic tricks, break dancing, like live music just on the street. People just singing, playing guitars and shit like that. Yeah, that's where you want to go. You don't want to be on Bourbon.
It's Jackson Square.
Yeah. What you said? Jefferson. Yeah, Jackson Square.
One of those old presidents.
100%. Yeah.
Kenneth says, sounds like being a Vegas local, you never go to the Strip, maybe when family visits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to go to, like, next weekend when all of this stuff is over with. You couldn't pay me to go to Bourbon Street for anything.
My thing about the French Quarter is just the food. I just love the food.
You don't need to go to French Quarter for that.
Yeah, but if you're not from there, you don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't know.
The problem with being in the French Quarter and going to get like Cajun food is that it's all wildly overpriced because it's all tourist trap type places, and a lot of it, at least the last couple of times we've actually had to eat down there. It was homogenized. Like you want to get out of the quarter to find really ridiculous food at decent prices. You gotta get away from it. And I know I sound like an old man saying that kind of shit, but it's true. Well, like you got to get away from there.
You kind of are.
Yeah. Well,
one more thing before we get into all the CrossFit stuff is we lost an icon yesterday.
Oh man,
Robert Duval, one of my favorite actors of all time, passed away yesterday. I mean, he was old. He lived a great life.
I didn't realize he was 95. It tracks, but I was not like, when I saw the announcement, he was like passed away at 95. I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So I thought about like, what were my favorite movies that Robert Duval ever did? And then what I came down to is he's been in so many iconic movies like Apocalypse Now and The Great Santini and The Godfather, right? Like those great. So I just picked like 4 movies that I thought he stole scenes in, and he wasn't even really the major character.
Got it.
So one was Secondhand Lions.
Hub McCann.
when he's out in the water and they have to bring him in, like that scene was phenomenal.
Or that whenever they in the when he's eating the barbecue and he beats the shit out of them 4 kids and then ends up like they all hugging him and whatnot at the end of it.
The Judge is a great underrated movie with him and Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
And he is phenomenal in that, playing a guy on the verge of dementia. Days of Thunder, that was a Tom Cruise movie, but I think he steals that movie in so many places.
50 laps your way, 50 laps my way. You give me an honest run, and I guarantee you, I'm going to beat you.
And then the last one was Phenomenon with John Travolta.
John Travolta, yeah.
He steals the movie in the bar when he's doing the speech to John Travolta. And then he the part where he chastises the town people for treating him differently now. Like that was a scene stealer. So those were my 4 scene stealers of Robert Duval.
God bless him, dude. God bless him. Going on to his reward. I loved it. I've never seen anything with him in it that I did not like. At least him in it. The rest of the movie might have been shit. It did not matter though. That dude was awesome.
My wife's favorite movie is The Apostle.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves that movie. And so yeah. And I almost went with this, Mark. Besides Nicolas Cage, he was the most memorable character from Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, not a great movie. It's a fun watch. Like I love watching it, but you couldn't put it in like the great movie category.
No,
but he's awesome in it.
But he's fantastic. Him and Cage are absolutely, they make the whole movie.
Yeah. So, thoughts and prayers to his family. He lived a great life, left behind a legacy, but one of the great actors of our time. So last night I was watching Boys Interrupted, and they talked about the times they were talking about mental strength.
Okay.
And then it turned into all the times that they had meltdowns in training or at events where they may have just walked out of training or walked out because it just was going horribly.
Sure.
If you didn't see it, one of the examples is Justin talking about he was learning the new sandbag technique because it used to be throw it over your shoulder or just quick up and down. And you have to like now be set. And then now they do the arm out. They didn't do the arm out yet. And so Adam was no repping him and no repping him and no repping him. And he said, on the round of 9, I ended up doing 16 reps because I was just like, I'm doing it right and I'm going to keep doing it. And then the last part of the workout was an 800-meter run. And he said he just walked it because he was so pissed. And so he walked it. And during the walk, like everything calmed down and he realized he was the ass. He was the one that like wasn't doing it right. And it made me think of like, I've had those meltdowns where I've walked out of the gym, where I've just in the middle of a workout, I got upset at myself and I walked out. And I was curious if anybody else has had those moments.
Dude, I have thrown my old RPM rope against the wall no less than 6 or 7 times when I was first learning double unders, because surely it was the rope's fault and not mine. Trip, take a breath, steady yourself, trip, take a breath, steady yourself, trip, take a breath, steady yourself, trip again, rope goes flying. Like easy day, right? Snatching, dude, missing a weight that you should be hitting. Oh shit. Wait up. Okay. All right. Okay. Miss it again, slam the barbell to a point where it bounced and almost hit me in the face, like slammed it that hard. And it wasn't with a heavy weight, and had to go walk outside to come back in and like do the same thing Justin did. Just walk outside, give myself about 5-10 minutes, whatever, before I come back in and go, okay, it's not that fault. Ring muscle ups, I almost cried on a couple different occasions going, there's no reason why I can't do this. When I was first learning and like trying to get just one, dude, like I would get so frustrated. I would get so mad. I get so just all of the things that why can't I figure this out? Oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
So the one thing I remember the most is 15.5, the row thruster workout, 27-21, 15-9. After the 15s, I literally got off the rower and I was walking to the door. I had my hand on the door handle to leave. And I said to myself, like, you don't quit workouts, get back to it. And I did. I got back to it. Probably affected my time, and I never redid it, but I did go back and finish it. But the one time I think I was doing a workout, it might've been Filthy 50. I can't remember exactly, but I was doing pull-ups and my hands started to rip, and then they rip more, and then they rip more. And the one thing I had in my arsenal was I didn't quit. I never quit. No matter what was coming at me, I never quit. And I just couldn't. And I quit. I got so mad at myself that I punished myself outside, and I just started doing box jumps outside the gym on a box. And I was not going to stop until everybody was done with the workout because I quit and I deserved the punishment.
Yeah.
And my coach comes out and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm punishing myself because I quit." He said, "Look at your hands." Like there was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
He's like, "It's not healthy for you to finish."
Yeah. You don't need to finish, dude. It's going to be okay.
You've got to give yourself some grace on this stuff. And I was like, ugh.
It's a hard thing to do, dude. That is a very hard thing to do. We got done with one of the workouts over the weekend, and I told my partner after we got done, like I was cussing because I was mad at myself because I'm better than what I did. I'm better than what I showed, whatnot. And we met Friday, right? This was Saturday. And I said, "I'm just going to need y'all to give me about 10 minutes. I'll be fine. But like, just give me a couple of minutes. This is because I'm not okay. I will be. I'm not mad at y'all, but I am 100% just going to need a couple of minutes."
Chattanooga says, "Bad day at double unders will do that to you." Shanna's had those moments. Chattanooga, "I kicked the little plastic chair we have, sit on between reps in the gym, trying to do ring muscle ups." My wife started CrossFit with me, and she hated the jump rope too. Her jump rope would fly across the gym all the time. We would work out outside if possible at our first gym because it was really small.
Right.
And they had those big cement poles, like where people park so you don't like run into the building, but they painted them bright purple. My wife thought it was plastic because it was purple, and she kicked it and broke her toe because she was so pissed during a workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to avoid doing stuff like that specifically for that reason, so that I don't do something incredibly just not bright. And no thanks.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
When they first were talking about, all I could picture was my wife kicking the pole. Like,
yeah, and
that was
break
the
her
first
toe.
thing that popped into my head.
Yes.
Kenneth DeLapp says, "Y'all crazy." Honestly, like, after thinking about that last night, that's my goal for this year. Like, to get back to that mindset.
Yeah.
To never let yourself quit. To push yourself to the edge. No matter if you're last or first or third or whatever, just do not quit.
I had Brandon in my head Sunday morning. We had the it was a one partner row, one partner bike buy-in, 10 burpees over the worm, and then we had to do worm thrusters. It was like 4 rounds. And because Brandon said this a couple of times, he's like, I will cough up blood on the floor before I stop, right? Especially if I'm going with somebody else. If you're my partner, I am doing everything in my power to not let you down. And I don't care how satisfied you say you are, it'll never be enough for me. Like, I want to do, I'm going to give you whatever I got, every single ounce of it I got. And I was seeing black spots in front of my eyes by the time we got done. And like, I had to go lay down for a second before I could get up and go get in the recovery boots and kind of recover for a little bit. I came real close to puking. And hey, Mr. Ortega, I got to grab Ortega's ass this weekend. That was pretty nice.
Ortega says he saw Corey this weekend. He's a hot dude.
But
I think the question is, which one of you two are taller?
And
because that's
we are
right there.
Pretty close. Pretty darn close. I will say that. I mean, we're like right here. Like, I can definitely stare into his eyes.
Ken, you got it perfect. I'm picturing Scott outside slapping his head back and forth saying, what are you doing? I'm not a quitter. That is exactly pretty much what happened.
like Chris Farley and
Pretty
which
much.
movie was when he's going, oh God, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, Lito, yes.
I ain't quitting a workout if anyone's watching. It back then it didn't even take someone watching me. I would be in my garage and beating myself up if I even thought about quitting.
I have quit working out, like quit a workout. Like it was just because shit just kept stacking up, going wrong, wasn't hitting, whatever numbers I was supposed to be hitting, whatever the case may be. But I was by myself. If somebody's with me, if me and Scott's working out and we doing the same piece right next to each other, I'm not stopping because somebody's there, period. So it's just how it is.
Ortega says you can stare at his eyes any day.
I did several times over the weekend.
So yeah, I knew I wasn't alone in that, and I found it really humorous with them telling stories like about their meltdowns.
Oh
like,
yeah.
That's the stuff you want to hear from these athletes more and more because it humanizes them.
100%.
It makes them relatable, and that's why those four are successful right now in what they're doing in growing their fan base because they're letting people in on their day-to-day life.
I think it helps a whole lot for the casual games fan who's a member at their gym, comes in, doesn't consider themselves necessarily be competitive, but follows the games a little bit, at least watches the games, maybe watches qualifiers, to see those guys and understand that they have bad days, just like you do, just like everybody else does. They have bad days. They have bad days. They have good days. They have days that are just kind of went through the motions and got everything done, right? It's not always, it's not PRs every day. It's not that kind of stuff. Like training looks very, very similar for 99% of the population. It doesn't, it's a matter of degree. That's all there is to it.
There was a part where Dallin was talking about how he's really good at a competition when he has a bad event and moving on, like getting over it, moving on to the next event until the competition is over. And then he ponders on it for like 3 months.
I have the same problem.
During the comp, great. The minute the comp's over, dwelling on it forever.
Yeah. Right now, nothing I can do about it anyway. Moving on. I got this other thing to think about. 3 months from now, I'll sit up dead, bolt up right in the middle of the night and be like, God, why did I put it down? Why did I come off the bar? Why did I, whatever the case may be. Oh yeah, dude. I know how that feels.
David Reed, only way I quit is if I was injured, not a bitch.
Good for you, Doug.
There we go.
Outstanding.
So this is what we were talking about before we came on the air that threw me off. Because again, I had to present a couple times this morning at work, so I didn't have time to like keep up with the news today. Yes, there's a woman who lied about her disability, apparently, to the point, and she sued the UK government and lost. It was actually thrown out. And now she is up on criminal charges and could face years in prison because she lied about a disability that probably doesn't exist. And she won the 2025 Adaptive CrossFit Games for 1 point upper extremity. Took second in 2024 as well.
Bruh.
So that's the recap of what we know. I know there's more in the Spin article, but
you pretty much go
get through it all before the end, before we went live.
No, you pretty much got the whole thing. You pretty much got all of it. I read it 10 minutes before.
The part I'm not clear on is they reached out to Kevin Ogar, and I didn't get through his whole statement as to what that means for.
So you have to, if I remember right, what it was saying was you have to prove or whatever, some sort of way, like what your disability is when you initially sign up in adaptive, but you don't have to prove it every single year. Does that make sense? Like once you say, like Kevin's like, hey, my legs don't work. Cool. My legs, you don't have to come back next year and go, my legs still don't work. So I saw that part
on the spin. And there is here, he does a really good job of the timeline.
Yeah.
And then, and here is where it goes into the 24-25 CrossFit Games. And then here's her potential jail time. And then here are the CrossFit implications. This is where I got to, and they did reach out to Ogar, and he started citing stuff in the rule book, but I wasn't able to like get through it enough to understand it. Reminds me of the Seinfeld episode when George told the doctor he had an arm disability. Pretty much. So if you want to know more, go to the spin. It has the whole bit right there. Can she identify that she has a disability? I don't think that works in this case. I think you actually have to prove your disability.
I think that's the point. The problem is that she was trying to identify that she had she had a disability. Subscribe to the spin. While you're at it, subscribe to Clydesdale Media. Subscribe to this show. Like and subscribe, folks. It's free.
Yeah, do all those things.
It's free.
Do all those things. So yeah. One thing I wanted to hit, and then I want to get your like overall impressions of Fittest on the coast, but I just wanted to show this because it's coming soon here in Columbus, and it affects us here a great deal. And so I just want to share the screen super fast. So the Arnold is coming to Columbus.
The Arnold
Fitness Expo is coming to Columbus. And
would you say it'll be back?
The best way to get here, though, is to find the Choppa. So this is the expo that's going to be happening at the Arnold Fitness Expo. Okay. Just to give you an idea, the Masters CrossFit Games, can you see my arrow there?
Yep.
The Masters CrossFit Games went from my arrow to the right.
Got it.
That is what they filled. And they had 3 stages and ample room and a ton of empty space. This is the entire convention center in Columbus, the entire city block. And they only have like 6 available booths left.
Jeez.
And this thing is full. Now you have the Rogue Strength stage. That's where Olympic lifting goes on, like the big hitters.
Right.
You have the Expo stage where they do the prelims of the strongman and the bodybuilding. You have amateur strongman, you have USAPL, and then back in the back is the full Arnold Strongman Classic. Back here all by itself, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing I noticed that is super, if you've never been, it is an experience. It is an experience. Just like you and Mardi Gras, that is me in the Arnold Fitness Expo. I avoid that convention center like the plague during that weekend. This is one thing that blew me away. See this big booth? Gym Reapers.
Okay.
You think Gym Reapers just is dabbling into CrossFit? They have one of the biggest, their booth is the same size as Rogue.
Right.
Red Bull is right here, and it's probably not as much square foot. They are and they have like the prime position right inside the door.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's prime placement right there. Where are we going to put the Clydesdale booth since we got one of those 6 spots left?
Yeah, no, we can't afford. We can't afford that. Thirdsy is a great sponsor, a great recovery tool, and we can get you 15% off with code Jazzy. But that don't get us into the Fitness Expo.
Darn it.
Man, now maybe they're there. I haven't been able to look at everything.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So absolutely crazy. And just so you know, like the all of this out here is also the fitness expo. The hallway and these indents are all covered in events and booths.
Jesus.
And they have 2 other buildings in town that they use as well. So it is freaking massive. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And I saw that Gym Reapers thing, and Gym Reapers is now the title sponsor of Wadapalooza.
Yep.
They're diving full on into the sports world, but to have a booth that size at this expo right inside the front door they had to pay a pretty penny for that.
It's a big deal.
Real big deal. And everybody should go and experience it one time, but it's one of those things, like I told you about Mardi Gras, where you're jammed in and you're like wall to wall people. And that just is not for me.
No.
The only thing I would ever do is like go back to strongman and like sit in the stands and have my spot. That's about all I would do.
I can see that.
People watching at bodybuilding shows, expos is the best. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I bet you per capita, it is the most spray tanned attended event in the world.
More spray tan per square inch you can shake a stick at.
Yep. You may slip in spray tan.
Yeah. It probably smells of spray tan in there. Like, what is that chemical kind of burny thing?
Yeah.
Why is everybody orange?
Strongman is a separate ticket though. I will pay the extra to go sit and be left alone.
Yeah.
The bodybuilding, the finals are a separate ticket too. Yeah, they're making bank.
Well, I'm sure.
More spray tan than oil at a Diddy party. That's a close competition, Kenneth.
It's probably wasn't what.
Is there a CrossFit comp at the Arnold there, Scott? They do one in the UK, Arnold's, but sadly it coincides with quarterfinals this year. They used to have an affiliate gathering at the Arnold, and they would have a team competition. And it used to be back where the strongman stuff is, but it fell off like maybe 2 years ago, and I don't think it's come back.
Yeah.
Expo tickets are $55 now. Holy crap. Last time I went, it was $17.
Is that $55 a day?
I'm assuming.
Or is that 55? Stan, is that 55 a day or is that 55 for the whole weekend? If it's $55 a day, they can keep it. I don't need to go there that bad.
Sten says they used to do one, but the Arnold screwed the group that put it on. I know the whole story. It's the Arnold really did screw them over. Pretty bad. It is per day. Wow. It is per day. Yeah. So I used to work security, and that's how I first started going, and I got a free ticket with that. But then there's no way you couldn't pay me enough to go work security there now.
No, thank you.
40 to 55, different price each day. Still 40's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You missed our Robert Duval segment, Jay Birch. And Jesse Jackson died too.
He had to be old as shit too, though, dude. Like, he's been around forever.
And he was, I guess, long time illness.
He was old when I was a kid, much like Robert Duval was.
Amanda, we are headed to the Arnold this year. Good luck. Have fun.
Scott said, I'm across town from it and I won't see you.
That's about right. I've been a couple times for my daughter for weightlifting. If the event's out in the hallway, like, I enjoy those events, but the minute you go into that expo, it is nutso.
Yeah.
Not so.
No thanks.
So let me ask you this. How was Fittest of the Coast from an overall experience? Not like event by event or anything like that, but just like the general vibe of the crowd. How many people were there?
There were about 5,000 people there.
Wow.
According to what I read and looking around, I can believe it. There were people everywhere. Extremely well run. Vineyard Village wasn't that big, but it had people there that you would recognize, Blackout Barbell, what is the supplement company that the Pancheks use, the Go something or another.
Yeah. Spencer's actually a part owner.
Well, Spencer was there.
Yes.
For that work stuff, PB Fit. I won 2 pairs of socks from PB Fit on their spin their little wheel thing. Big fan of socks. Oh yeah. Wild South.
I would have traded those in for like a little mini thing of PB2.
And one of my friends, dude I was with, Dwayne, won a whole bag. The lady said that's probably about a 6-month supply of their PB stuff. Mr. David Johnson, Mr. RX for time right there, was standing on the podium at the end of his individual. So congratulations to him. Mr. Ortega was in there taking pictures and just generally looking like the most handsome Mexican I've ever seen. Yeah, all of those people. Valor Fit was there.
Barbell, Engineered Nutrition, Uplift Coffee, Wild South, LRX, Valor Fit, and Mayhem.
The 2 floors were ginormous. People, like I said, dude, everywhere. Stands looked like they were set up real nice. We never actually got into them. The warm-up area. This was something I thought they did super cool. You couldn't get into the warm-up area until 45 minutes before your heat. And when I say you couldn't get in there, it wasn't that, hey, please don't come in here 45 minutes before your heat. There was a lady at the door stopping people. Hey, what time do you go? I go at this time. Well, yeah, you can come back in 9 minutes. Just to keep from it, because especially like us masters athletes, dude, they like go in there and warm up for an hour and a half before anybody actually goes in there. They had a recovery center with, I don't want to call them Normatec boots because they're not, but whatever the name of the boot people are in there, and they were selling them. But you could go in there and get recovery for free. That was pretty cool. It ran on time, as far as I could tell, which was amazing considering the amount of people running through there. Teams, individuals. I mean, individuals ran Friday and Saturday, and teams ran Saturday afternoon and Sunday. But still, like, they kept the whole thing rolling. Judging, from what I could tell, was just fine. We didn't have any issues on our end for sure. A couple of people had minor stuff, people miscounting dubs and shit like that, but not anything that was, wildly out of line. I mean, you want to nitpick it. Everybody I talked to would have liked to have another event or two, but when you're running that many people through there in a couple of days, it gets kind of tight. But other than that, dude, like, it was fantastic. It really, really was. I had an absolute blast. I can't say enough good things about it. That's the first time I've ever been.
Yeah, Jamie said that, like, if you know the format and you're going, you might as well do team and indie.
You can
get the number of workouts that you want at a competition.
Correct.
If you just go for one or the other, it feels like a light weekend. Yeah.
I mean, I went to go fill in, right? Fill in for one of my partners on the team. I literally met my teammate Friday when we picked her up from the airport. But if I was going to the qualifiers this year, yeah, I would probably do that. I would probably do individual on Friday and Saturday and just switch over to team on Saturday and Sunday because it was good stuff. I would agree with Ortega. I don't know about the programming last year. This year, programming was pretty cool for the teams anyway. I got to use a 2-person worm, which I've never even seen in person before, much less grabbed a hold of. That was pretty fun. Everything else, nothing felt like I've done comps before, and you get workouts where like there's a movement thrown in there, and it feels like it was thrown in there just to be in there, just to has like almost like a placeholder type deal. And none of this did. Like it all felt really well thought out. So kudos to whoever programmed it, because they did it. I thought they did a pretty good job.
What it appeared to, from watching online, what you could see is it kind of looked like a CrossFit family reunion.
Yeah.
Like a good place to go see people we haven't seen in a while, and in an atmosphere where you can hang out and have a good time. And, you know, the pressure isn't too high and you're still like enjoying yourself and being able to do all that stuff.
Anna Tobias was in the lane next to me.
Did you kick her ass?
No. No, I did not. No, I did not. She's awesome though. Like,
oh, she is.
She is fantastic. She was after the double under box jump over total bar one. Like they finished before we did, obviously, and I was struggling on my second set of toes to bar, and she's sitting there, get back up on the bar. Come on, let's go. Just do all right. Just sit, like the whole time. And I met her 5 minutes before that in the corral. So shout out to the Masters Games champion, Games athlete, Olympian, Miss Anna Tunnicliffe Tobias.
Amanda says she will be fit AF for the rest of her forever.
Yeah. Like no question about it, dude. It was absolutely. Birch said, man, Dave Hardy was there holding the standard. So I talked to Dave this morning. He messaged me and was like, man, it's good to see you, whatever. And I said, did you hit anybody with your cane? Because if anybody saw, Dave was over there doing the head judge thing. He was walking around with his cane. I don't know if he hurt himself or he just had surgery or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, he had hip surgery.
Yeah. And he said, no, I didn't hit anybody with it, but I did use it to keep people from going out onto the floor early. And I was like, I mean, that's just as cool. You got it. You just as soon use it.
Yeah. Hopefully when I, get to a point where I'm independently wealthy and I can just travel the world, I'd love to hit a lot of these like comps like this. Yeah. It just looks like a lot of fun to like hang out with people and talk about, just talk about the sport and everything and hang out and just have a good time.
Dude, so that place is fantastic. It is 5 minutes from the airport. It's surrounded by hotels. Our Airbnb was about 5.5 minutes from there. It's like, so as far as being centrally located, there's restaurants right next to it. There's hotels. The place is huge. We didn't even use all of it. I don't feel like we did anyway, because walking around the building, like the place is absolutely massive. The floor in the warm-up area may or may not have gotten broken. We walked in on Sunday, and right in the middle. So the day before that, we had the barbell workout. So everybody's in there, clean jerking, dropping barbells. Obviously, you go in the next day, and they had it right in dead in the middle. They had a big old section just kind of cordoned off with that stuff that they use to cordon stuff off with. Not necessarily danger tape or whatever, but like blocked off, and it looked like underneath the carpet, like the concrete had gotten broken. I don't think they were quite expecting, but I mean, like the men's weight for the pro teams was 285 for the second barbell for the team workout, right? So like, there's a lot of weight being thrown around back there on Saturday, pretty much all the darn day.
So, yeah. Ortega, have you been to Columbus at the convention center? That's the question. Because you walk outside the convention center, you have 500 restaurants, tons of hotels right outside the door. I've been to Charleston. It's a really nice city. I don't know where the competition was in conjunction with everything, walking wise, but like I would put Columbus up against anybody where the convention center sits.
We had, we picked up Megan, what's Megan's last name? Canadian. No, the other Canadian, Megan, Masters, It Blonde, Anyway, her hotel was walking distance. Like she literally walked there every day. She's awesome.
It's not that cool, Scott. Columbus was better. Thank you. Thank you.
I just thought it was neat. I've never been to Columbus, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but
we don't have the beach, but like if you need to eat and you need to sleep, everything is right there, walking distance.
Right.
Jaybird says, I just know Scott has the button down on today. Snazzy. I would say jazzy.
Jazzy, baby. Yes, sir. He got dressed up for me, Birch. That's what it was. Birch asked earlier too. He said, did I communicate well with my was I nice to my teammate? Yes, very much so. She's awesome. She has been doing CrossFit for about 2.5 years. And she's 37, and I had to slow her down a couple of different times. Like, hey man, I can't go that fast. I'm going to need you to back up a little bit.
Denise says, I love Columbus. I've never been to Charleston, and right outside the Columbus venue was amazing. Yeah.
Charleston was pretty cool. The parts that we saw, we didn't really go anywhere like talking about, but from where we were, like I didn't have to worry about, we need to leave 20 minutes from, I have to drive 20 minutes to the airport to get there, or 45. Like when for Overland Park, Kansas, for Monster Games, from where we stayed, it was about a 40-minute drive to get to the airport in the morning for us to catch our flight. So like you got to wake up super early and whatnot. We literally got done, went back to our place, dropped our stuff off, went back, picked up Megan, went grabbed pizza, went back to our place. I took a shower, packed up, and still made it to the airport in plenty enough time to catch my flight, like to get through security and catch my flight.
Sounds like a great time, man.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
I need to get back to work. Plus, I'm freezing down here in this basement right now. Can't feel my fingers anymore.
Oh, no.
But, hey, the rest of you, go work out today. Don't throw your jump ropes. Don't quit the workout. Don't kick cement poles.
That part's pretty important.
Yeah.
You can buy a new jump rope.
But stay safe during the meltdown.
Yeah, you can buy a new jump rope. You can go back. Like even if you quit the workout, you can unquit it and go back and like finish it off. But if you break your toe because you kicked a concrete pole, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah. Real bad day. And working out is supposed to relax you and make you feel better, not worse. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with lunch with the Clydesdale. Like and subscribe.